In this video, I'm going to find the best method in farming snowflakes for the brand new Christmas event. By doing every single dungeon and tracking how long it takes and how many snowflakes it actually gives, I'm going to finally figure out what is actually the best way to get these snowflakes quickly. So make sure to stick around until the end to see what actually is the best method. But before that, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. Alright, so if you look in the top left, as you can see, I only have 181 snowflakes right now. And if I want to buy anything from the shop, I'm going to need a lot more. So that is why in this video, we are going to go ahead and find the best method. Now, first of all, let me go ahead and talk about what spell I'm going to be using. And I think the best spell probably for this, of course, if you're max level, it's going to have to be the unstable warp. You might be wondering why, like, not the gravity leap. I mean, if you're a warrior, you could use that. But even if you're a warrior, you're probably going to be doing dungeons that don't require too much damage. So I just suggest this unstable warp anyway, because I'm pretty sure you can cover more distance with it. Because if you actually don't just do it twice in a row, like really quickly, you can actually kind of save it. I feel like you get a lot further with it. It's a little bit more mobility because you're kind of a mage. And also, if you did actually buy this game pass where you can swap spells, I would suggest having like your main DPS spells ready just in case you get Greg or something, or you could just reset and like move past him or something. But if you still want to grind that, you know, have that ready. But obviously, I'm sure most of you guys didn't buy that, but that's just a possibility in case you did. Now, if you aren't max level, you don't actually have these spells, you could also use the Halloween event spells that were released not too long ago if you managed to get them. Let me see if I go ahead and equip these real quick. And also, if you still didn't get those, probably pulse waves. So let me go ahead and equip those as well because I have 2 slots now. But if I go ahead and test out these storm waves or whatever, all you have to do is kind of use one and then you get speed. But the thing is, as you can see, I didn't do an attack because you actually have to click for it to happen. So let me go ahead and do that again, and boom, there we go. It sends like a huge slash forward. So I'm not sure how efficient this is going to be. It does go pretty quick though, and you can stack them, but if you're trying to get as fast as possible, I do not suggest stacking it unless that makes you faster. Hold on, does this speed stack? I actually never noticed that. Okay, I think it does. This is like extremely fast, but then again, the cooldowns and stuff, so you guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments. Maybe this is a better spell. Probably not though, because you can quite literally teleport with the unstable warp. Anyways, if you still didn't manage to get those, then pulse waves is probably your best bet from Steampunk Sewers Insane mode. It's kind of the classic when it comes to grinding old dungeons. However, it has been surpassed, I guess you could say. So many better mobility spells now, but you know, it's the classic. As you can see, it's pretty fast and it does like an AoE around you. And I would suggest if you use these, obviously don't like spam them. You got to kind of time it. When the cooldown gets to around 1 second, you're gonna want to use the other one so you can kind of like infinitely, you know, have speed. And of course, my best advice, do not use enhanced inner focus or even inner focus or inner rage in general while grinding old dungeons. That's just a waste of time, bro. If you're using these and like a DPS spell, what are you doing? So anyways, let me go ahead and just switch back to unstable warp because it's probably going to be our best option here. But without further ado, let me go ahead and hop into the first dungeon, I guess. So if we start all the way from the left here, we have the new desert temple, and I'm assuming you guys want to do hard mode, of course, because I'm pretty sure there's more mobs in here. Should be at least. So the hardest difficulty of each dungeon, not that it really matters for the non-revamped ones, but for this one, it should make a difference. So let me go ahead and play solo. All right, and here we are. So I will be basing this on how many snowflakes I actually am able to obtain in the entire dungeon, which basically means like how many mobs there are, unless, if I'm not mistaken, that the snowflakes aren't like 1 each. So I'm probably gonna have to check that, and also the time we finish the dungeon in. So let me go ahead and start the dungeon and just try to do this as quickly as possible. Basically gonna use it, but I'm gonna wait till like the very last second of using the unstable warp because it kind of saves it. And of course, I got Greg immediately, bro. He just has to ruin everything. All right, well, I guess I'll kill him real quick. Luckily, the timer pauses, so it's not really, you know, affecting the run. All right, there we go. He's dead. I'm gonna immediately go back to doing this. That's the only downside, is that he kind of does like ruin where I was, but luckily I can just teleport. And of course, while using the unstable warp, you have that little like short cooldown. I know I already said it, but to further elaborate, you basically just have to like wait until the last second just to basically use the speed you get from the first dash. Probably not that much of a difference, but it will obviously help if you're really like trying to get as fast as possible. But yeah, basically with this spell, I'm just teleporting like all over the map. It's kind of OP. And there we go. The sand golem is dead. I'm pretty sure that was under a minute. Let's see how many snowflakes we got from that. Okay, boom, 182. So I'm assuming that, I don't know if Greg gave me a snowflake, probably not, but it might be like random because I'm pretty sure the last time I did this, it gave me 181. So it's probably very similar though. So around 182, I guess, because kind of like the same thing I got from the new desert temple. So now on to the next one. And we are here in Legacy Desert Temple. Now, I'm not even 100% sure if this even gives snowflakes, so I guess I'm about to find out. Let's see how efficient this actually is. Okay, they don't give snowflakes, I think. Anyways, I'm here in the new winter outpost, and to be honest, the fact that you can't get snowflakes from Legacy Dungeon is a little bit interesting because if you weren't aware from the past events, the Legacy winter outpost was actually like the best way to get any currency during events. At least I believe so. It was the most popular. I mean, it depends how you grinded it, but it was kind of the easiest and quickest depending on how you did it. Maybe Orbital Outpost was faster, I don't remember. But yeah, basically Winter Outpost was like the main one, and now that it's gone, I mean, mean, I don't know what people have been grinding, to be honest. I've just been doing the regular desert temple because I feel like that's kind of fast. But I guess in this video, we're actually going to find out what is the fastest. So let me go ahead and start. Let's see how quick and how many snowflakes I can actually get. And there we go. And we even got a legendary. But let's see how many snowflakes. We did that in, I think, 46 seconds. That is kind of crazy. And we got 154, which is surprisingly less. I kind of feel like I got more from that. Okay, well, I guess desert temple is still quicker, or better at least for now. I guess let me go ahead and return back to lobby and get into the next dungeon. All right, and now I'm here in Pirate Island. To be honest, not too sure about this one. It's kind of a long dungeon. Not long, but I don't think it's going to be efficient for grinding. I guess I'll just find out though. And there we go. Pirate Captain is dead. I keep kind of forgetting to check how much time we started with, but I think that was like a little bit over a minute, basically a minute and 17 seconds. And we got 273 snowflakes. That is kind of insane. I did not expect that. Who knows? Maybe Pirate Island is actually the best, but it did take a little bit longer. But I don't know. 273 is kind of insane. That might be the best one so far. All right, this time we're doing King's Castle. Again, I don't know how efficient this is going to be. This isn't really like popular dungeon to grind for snowflakes or whatever currency, but we'll just have to see. Okay, I got Greg, but what is interesting about this room right here is I could possibly hit the Archmage from like this room right here. I need like a ranged spell, so hopefully I'm not going to like sell this run by trying with this spell right here, but we'll see. I think if you go right here, let me just try Sacrificial Orbs. I don't think you can reach it. Okay, I know you can reach it with, I think, the Royal Dragon, bro. I completely forgot what it's called. The Yokai Peak Dragon spell, Void Dragon. That's what it is. If not, you can kind of just go in there, but it's definitely going to save time if you switch your spells. Although that's only if you're doing King's Castle. There's probably better options. We're going to see though, depending on how much I get from this. And boom, there we go. Let's see how much snowflakes we got. I think we did that in a minute and 19 seconds, and we got 249. Okay, a lot more snowflakes than the first two, of course, but that was around the same time as Pirate Island, I believe. So yeah, we got less. I don't think King's Castle is going to be it. On to the next one. All right, this time Underworld. Once again, not too high hopes, but we'll see. Maybe it is good. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like one of those dungeons that would be efficient to farm. The mobs are kind of spread out and the dungeon is a little bit long, but it doesn't matter. We'll try it. Hopefully I don't get Greg because he is kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie. He kind of does mess it up a little bit. Hopefully they add like a retreat button. That'll definitely help a lot. I know a lot of people ask for that. And there we go. The time is not as bad as I thought, but we got 254 snowflakes. So once again, not better. But that's not bad time, to be honest. All right, Samurai Palace. Now this one is super long if I'm not mistaken. At least it seems like it because, you know, it's a pretty big dungeon, but who knows? Maybe that means there's a lot more mobs. So we'll see if this is actually good or not. Okay, once again, I kind of overestimated that, but let's see. 267. Okay, not bad. All right, we're in canals now. Again, gonna be an interesting one. Like the architecture of this map is probably gonna be hard to like teleport around in. So we'll see how well this goes, because there's one thing I've noticed, that this spell, you can't really teleport upstairs. So if you use it, you're kind of just setting yourself back, and there are a lot of stairs in this map. So we'll just have to find out. All right, there we go. I think this is like the slowest run yet, and we got 200. Okay, that was not good at all. Okay, never mind that. I keep forgetting that like the start time of each dungeon is different. So in canals, I only had 10 minutes. So surprisingly, that was only a minute. It just felt really long because I had Greg. I mean, I please just add a retreat button, bro. I don't always want him. And also, when is he going to be useful again? I feel like crafting is just useless now because there's nothing to get on it. But anyways, we're in Ghastly Harbor. I don't even know why I'm here. I already know this is going to be trash. Unless we can get a lot of mobs, then maybe. But bro, like I said with the architecture as well, this might be even worse for it. This is going to be a nightmare. Let me go ahead and try anyway. And there we go. That took almost 2 minutes. Please tell me it was worth it at least. Okay, 307. Might have not have been as bad as I thought, but probably not, because we got pretty similar numbers in like 1 minute completion. So kind of disappointing, but you know, it's Ghastly Harbor. What do you expect? Gotta go into like a different pocket for every single mob you kill. Okay, Steampunk Sewers. Now I honestly have a little bit of faith in this one because I'm pretty sure it's a little bit shorter than the regular dungeon, and there should still be a good amount of mobs. So hopefully this turns out good. Let's just see. And there we go. I'm pretty sure that was under a minute, and we got 254. Okay, that's not bad at all, but I can't remember if we got like a better one. I mean, I guess it's pretty good. All right, but now we're here in Orbital Outpost, and honestly, I have huge hopes for this one. This is one of the shortest dungeons, if not the shortest, and hopefully there's a lot of mobs. So let's just see. All right, there we go. 918. That is crazy. That was a 42-second run, but only 187. Okay, probably not this one. That's kind of surprising. I thought there would have been more mobs. All right, now we're starting to get into the dungeons that probably won't be as effective for grinding, but I guess I'll still try. I mean, I don't know who's ever grinded volcanic chambers, so let's just see. Who knows? Maybe the amount of mobs will come in clutch here, but probably not going to be quick. All right, there we go. That took about a minute and 10 seconds, so a lot quicker than I expected, to be honest, but 270. Okay, that's actually like one of the best ones yet. Although I'm pretty sure Steampunk Sewers is in the lead. I'm going to have to do all the math after I do everything, but so far this is not bad at all. Honestly, a lot better than I expected, but then again, a lot of people might not be able to do volcanic chambers this easily, so it all depends on like what level you are and all that. All right, this time Aquatic Temple, not really much to say about it, but let's just see. Probably the same as the other ones. Not going to be as quick, but you know, might have a lot of mobs. All right, there we go. I think that was a minute and a half, and 300. Okay, wait, that is actually so much better than I expected. All right, Enchanted Orist. This one is a really short dungeon, I believe, and it also might have a lot of mobs, so this might just be the best one, but I'm gonna have to find out right here. We'll see. All right, there we go. 1 minute and 7 seconds and 241. Okay, not bad, but thought it would have been better. I mean, in a minute though, that's actually kind of good. We'll have to see when I do all the math. Okay, and now we're in Northern Lands. Honestly, I have no idea because there's a 4th boss, so maybe we get extra from that, but nonetheless, this is a pretty long dungeon, so we're just gonna have to see how well this actually works. All right, there we go. Honestly, a lot quicker than expected once again, and we got 314. But let me go ahead and try the bonus boss, and there we go. Pretty much killed within like a second. That's if you do enough damage though, and it didn't give anything extra. Okay, interesting. All right, and now we're in Gilded Skies. Once again, one of these ones where it's like pretty long, and maybe there's a lot of mobs. I mean, this one might actually have a lot. Let's find out. All right, there we go. 317, and if I'm not mistaken, was that 1 minute 15 seconds? Once again, a lot quicker than I expected, and a lot of snowflakes. That might have actually been like the best one, unless we start with like 13 minutes, then I might be mistaken, but or 12 or whatever. There's no way that took 2 minutes. All right, and last but not least, Yokai Peak, because I'm probably not going to test Abyssal Void. I mean, it's probably going to take the longest and probably give like the same amount as the other ones. Maybe in a team, like if you're actually grinding, it'll be good, but you're better off doing solo with like speed spells. Anyway, we're in Yokai Peak, and I'm kind of excited because, well, it is a really long dungeon, but it might have a lot of mobs, and hopefully the 4th boss actually counts for snowflakes because it's not a bonus boss, so it should count as like a regular entity, if that makes sense. Let's just find out. And there we go. That was roughly 1.5 minutes, which is a lot quicker than I expected once again. But let's see how many snowflakes. 305. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was gonna be a lot more, but that's still not bad, to be fair. For 1:30, might not even be that bad to grind Yokai Peak. But since that was all dungeons basically, let me go ahead and do all the math and actually see which one is the best. All right, so after doing all of the math, let me go ahead and read you guys the results. So I did it kind of like how many snowflakes per hour by doing each dungeon, and keep in mind it realistically would be if you had like 0% loading in and having to retry and all that, Greg. So it's not 100% accurate, but it should be a good idea. You know, maybe you get an hour where you get into the games like immediately and don't get Greg, but it's probably gonna be like a little bit less. And also you get like a random amount of snowflakes, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think you get the same thing every single time. Anyways, starting off with Desert Temple, giving you 12,600 snowflakes an hour. And then Winter Outpost with 12,052, so already less than Desert Temple. Pirate Island with 12,763 an hour. So right now Pirate Island is in the lead. King's Castle with 11,346 snowflakes an hour, already in last place. The Underworld with 12,700 an hour, kind of surprising to be honest. And then Samurai Palace with 12,989. So right now Samurai Palace is in the lead, and the Canals at 11,828, a lot less than I expected, to be honest. And then Ghastly Harbor at a whopping 10,942 an hour, already the like lowest on the list by far. I mean, are we even surprised, bro? But a huge jump, Steampunk Sewers with 16,625 snowflakes an hour. So yeah, right now this one's in the lead. Maybe another one will beat it, I have no idea, to be honest. So yeah, right now Steampunk Sewers will give you the most. Let's see, Orbital Outposts at a very close amount, but just a little bit under at 16,028 snowflakes an hour. So pretty much the same, but Steampunk Sewers is still better somehow. Maybe it's on how I did the runs. You guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments is this accurate. But Volcanic Chambers at 13,885 snowflakes an hour, which is kind of surprising. I thought it was going to be a lot less. And then Aquatic Temple at 11,767 snowflakes an hour, so not that good. Enchanted Forest at 12,949, better than I expected. Northern Lands at 14,680, that is a lot better than I expected. And then Gilded Skies at 15,215, that is kind of crazy. I would have never expected that, to be honest. And last but not least, Yokai Peak at 12,917 snowflakes an hour. So it turns out that Steampunk Sewers is the best dungeon to grind if you're trying to get snowflakes for the Christmas event. And then Orbital Outpost for second place and Northern Lands for third place. It's actually kind of crazy. And also it depends like what spells you're using, of course, or like what level you are. But if you're max level or you're up there, definitely do Steampunk Sewers, I guess. And of course Ghastly Harbor at a whopping last place. But yeah, let me know. Try this in the comments and let me know, is it a lot quicker if you do Steampunk Sewers, especially with the unstable warp? I mean, even if you're a warrior, just like throw on a trash mage set and like some mage skill points and you should be good, because being able to just teleport around the place is kind of crazy. But yeah, if this video helped at all, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already.